Welcome back, everybody, to Edge of Glory. I'm Kymberly Castro, and today I wanted to be getting at a place where healing truly starts. Not in fixing, not in becoming someone else, but in meeting yourself exactly where you are. This episode, it's about self-acceptance. That sacred practice of allowing yourself to be honest about your pain, your season, and your need for God. So if you've been carrying any grief and exhaustion, any confusion, or just simply being weighed down, trying to hold everything together, this episode is for you. So take a deep breath with me right now. Take a deep breath in. Inhale and then exhale, just gently and slowly. Just allow yourself to be here, present in the moment, listening without being distracted by whatever's going on around you. Your phone, the radio, people around you. But this episode is for you because oftentimes we forget about ourselves. We forget about who we are, what we need. We're busy trying to help everybody else around us and take care of their life, make sure they don't fall apart or their schedules, and overwhelmed by these obligations and responsibilities. And we oftentimes feel like we have to be something or someone else. We have to be stronger. We have to be more spiritual. We have to figure it all out. And we have to carry everybody else's, pain and their, emotions and try to figure them out and make sure everybody else is good and happy all around us. And we forget about ourselves. And we try to be these other versions of ourselves because maybe that's what helps us get through it. I'm not really sure. But I came to realize that self-acceptance and healing does not begin when I become somebody else, when I became somebody new. It began when I finally just allowed myself to meet that version of myself who was already here. The tired version, the grieving version, the searching version, the part of me that was trying so hard to hold on to everything, the part that felt confused, the parts that felt broken, the parts of me that was still asking, like, God, what is this all about? Who am I? Why am I here? What is happening to me? Maybe you've asked those same questions. Maybe you're already asking them right now. Maybe you're in that season, in that space. And this could happen all in one day. It could happen over months, over years, over weeks. But sometimes you could go through all these emotions. You could wake up happy. And somehow in the day you're like, how did I wake up so happy? Everything looked great. The sky was blue. I could hear the birds, and it was just so beautiful. I felt so good. And now I'm exhausted and I'm tired and I'm overwhelmed. And that's part of self-acceptance. It's accepting that it is okay to feel all these emotions and not be like, oh my God, my life is over. Where am I? Like, it's okay to focus on that, because a lot of times I think we try to avoid our feelings. We try to avoid our emotions. I know I have tried many, many times when I get into that headspace where I'm feeling overwhelmed and I think like, oh, I can't go on another day like this. But meanwhile, it's only really honestly 5 minutes, or something upset you or something happened to, derail your schedule for the day. You think you're going to do all this, and all of a sudden you get a phone call and you have to switch gears and go in a different direction, and you don't get your work done on time, or you have to stop and help somebody or whatever. But that's okay. So what you're really going through is just the human life experience. And then sometimes you feel overwhelmed and you feel like you want to cry, or you feel something coming up, and then you decide, I don't want to feel. I don't want to cry. I have my makeup on. I don't want puffy eyes tomorrow, or I don't have time to cry, or I don't have time to break down. So we shove it down into our belly or somewhere. We stuff it somewhere in our body, in those emotions and those feelings. And we ignore them and we continue. So sometimes I guess what I'm saying is what I have realized, that's what I was doing. I was shoving these feelings and emotions that would come up during the day somewhere down, like it wasn't okay to feel these or whatever, or I think I was bad or, or weak for feeling certain ways and not knowing why I felt certain ways. But I'm realizing now things pop up, emotions, because they need to be looked after again. They need maybe a little bit of your attention. And sometimes healing can occur when you let things come up, when you feel them, when you cry, or let yourself get, just feel the feelings. Because healing comes in layers and things come off of you in layers. And in the beginning, you get hurt, you have feelings, you have emotions, things get stuck or frozen in your energy, your body. Then later on, you realize when you're older, maybe something that happened to you in childhood, now you're old enough to go, I didn't know at that time why I felt that way or how I should look at it because I wasn't old enough or mature enough to understand what was happening to me. So you look at it a different way when you get a little older. And then maybe when you have kids or you're in a relationship, you look at people in relationships different because now you're a little bit more mature and you're like, oh wow, now I'm even more mature and I have a different experience. So now I look at relationships different. Back then I was too young to see what it's like to be maybe an adult, to pay bills, or or to be in a relationship, or to have love or not have love. And it's like you're looking at it again through different eyes, so that another layer comes up. So this is all accepting those layers and accepting that we grow and we mature and we learn as we go older. So each time these feelings, these emotions come up, you're witnessing them again, and you're healing maybe that layer, and that layer gets pushed until you get to the part or the last layer, and I feel like sometimes these layers never end. But each time you're looking at them through fresh eyes. But if you're not looking at them through fresh eyes, or you're shoving them into your belly and you're putting them away and you're ignoring them, what we ignore is still there, and it kind of grows and it gets bigger. It's like if you have mold or mildew and then you ignore it, it's going to turn into mold. And you keep ignoring, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to spread and spread and spread. So just because you're ignoring it doesn't mean it's not there, Doesn't have to be looked at, doesn't have to be managed, doesn't have to be cleaned up. You could just go there and wipe it off. Now that I know I'm there, that mildew or that mold is there, you could go and clean it up, and then it could be done just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Or you might need a little help. You need to call outside help. Like God. So self-acceptance is about being okay where you are, and it's okay to be tired. It's okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay to be happy and then be sad the next moment. But it's not about getting stuck there. But again, I didn't learn this overnight. This took me years and years and years to go, oh, I got to face these feelings when they come up. It's okay for me to cry or talk about it or write about it, journal about it. And everybody kind of goes through their layers in their own specific certain ways. But what I have learned now is that you could call on God. God helped me to see the things about myself that I've been ignoring or hiding or avoiding. Please help me accept all parts of me, all aspects of me. The young parts that didn't know better, the parts that are still stuck in victimhood, the other parts that are mature enough to understand the gravity of whatever you went through and not get stuck in the victimhood, not get stuck in the blame and the shame and the guilt. But depending on where you are, just accept all those parts is what I'm trying to say. And it takes a while, it takes practice, and it takes maturity, it takes honesty and vulnerability, and that's really, a lot of us are not honest with ourselves, about what happened or didn't happen, or even our part in it. But again, it starts with being okay where you are, and then pivoting and being okay, I don't like this. I don't want this feeling. How can I change it? What do I need to do? So it's not about rejecting your feelings. It's not about rejecting your grief, rejecting your needs, rejecting the parts of your story that feel messy. But healing cannot even enter where honesty is not welcome. So for me, I've been turning to God. God, help me. And this is where I am right now. And I'm willing to be honest with myself. Because I spent times rejecting the good, the bad, the sad, the parts of me that get upset, the parts of me that have anxiety, the parts of me that get sad for, I feel like no reason some days, but it's not no reason. There's parts of me that are still sad. There's parts of me, things that I haven't worked through, So stop judging where you are. Stop believing you have to earn healing. And maybe today self-acceptance looks like just admitting that you're exhausted, that you're tired, that you're overwhelmed. Maybe it looks like allowing yourself to grieve, allow yourself to cry. Maybe it looks like acknowledging that you're in a transition state and don't know the answers or what's coming up next. So wherever you are, begin there. And maybe you'll try what I'm trying. Call on God. God could help heal those places that you're ignoring. He could help you accept those parts of yourself. He could help you on this next season, on this next journey, or just this day, or just this moment. He could work with tears. He could work with confusion. He can work any place that feels undone. Because His grace enters wherever truth is allowed, wherever we call Him, whenever we call Him. So what part of yourself have you been resisting? Ask yourself now, God, help me understand what part of myself am I resisting or ignoring or overlooking? Maybe you can find those pieces that are still afraid or lost or need healing or direction. But sit with that. Just breathe. Just inhale and exhale. And when you call on Him, when you call on God, when you call on Jesus, or your higher self, your soul, the universe, whoever you want to call in, I call in God and I call in the Lord Jesus. Lord, help me meet myself with compassion. Help me see those parts of me that need to be seen, that need nurturing, that need comfort, that need my attention. And keep your eyes closed, see if you could feel or see or sense anything. Keep breathing. Sometimes healing just begins at that moment, the moment you stop running from yourself and let God, let the Lord sit with you. And just be open up your heart, open up your mind, and see what comes. Keep breathing. What part of me needs to heal? What part of me needs attention right now, at this moment? Please show me, God. Let me witness, observe. What am I not seeing? And allow yourself to smile or cry. Maybe you haven't seen joy. Maybe you haven't allowed yourself to accept love or be loved. Ask God to come close to you. God, help me feel safe. Help me feel love. Help me feel laughter and joy and playfulness again. Help me find courage. Help me find honesty with myself. Help me accept myself. All aspects of me, all parts of me. God, please send every part of me love, unconditional love, without judgment. And allow yourself to feel that. Feel God's love. Feel your own love. All parts of yourself, the sad part, the tired part, overwhelmed part, the happy, the joy, all parts of yourself. The shadow parts, the parts that hide, the parts that feel grief or shame or feeling down. Send all those parts love and grace and ask God to help. Write down anything that comes to mind, any visions, any thoughts and emotions that arise. But if anything arises, let it come up. Just watch it. Sometimes that's where the healing is. Just observing what is coming up can heal it completely, or just another layer, just another way for you to see it from a new vantage point, a new higher perspective. And allow yourself to just feel that love, that compassion, that grace for yourself from God. You might notice things in your dreams or in your waking days, signs or symbols or synchronicities, little moments of God just saying, I am here with you, right next to you, right by your side. Know it, believe it, even if you can't see it, feel it, smell it. Just start having that faith. If you're having trust issues, start trusting yourself little by little. When you say you're going to do something for yourself, do it. If you say you're going to eat something better, do it. If you say you're going to work out, that's how you start building your own trust with yourself. And then start building your trust with God and strengthen that. I hope this served you. Don't be hard on yourself. Just meet yourself where you are and either quantum leap, huge leaps, or baby steps. But remember to breathe. Practice trusting yourself. Practice trusting God. Practice sitting in stillness and asking God to come into your life, into your heart, into your energy, into your home, and start to watch all the miracles start to happen. All the blessings come to you. So be open. Start to look at things from a new way, in a loving way, without judgment. Until next time, keep breathing. Just take it one breath at a time, one moment at a time. And I'll meet you in the next episode. Bye for now.